We begin tonight with breaking news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ansley Daniel. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation confirmed that a missing man, Mark Nichols, who's also known as Shoestring, has been found dead in Johnson City. Johnson City police confirmed to News Channel 11 less than 30 minutes ago that Nichols' body was recovered from Boone Lake this afternoon. His body was discovered by a fisherman while crews were already conducting a sonar search of the lake for him.
I spoke to Mike Adams, the criminal investigation captain, and he said that there was a white male that was found. At the time, it was around 4:45. The body had not been ID'd, but now it has been ID'd to be Mark Nichols, known as Shoestring.
Approximately 2:50 p.m. we were notified by a fisherman who was just fishing the lake right here.
The body was transported to the medical examiner's office, and a cause of death will be determined. Now, Captain Mike Adams said that more information will be released when it is made available.
Folks, this is a hard video to do, but I felt obligated to do it since I had put a video out a couple of days ago about Mark Shoestring Nichols, Hobo Shoestring, missing, and asking people to keep their eye out for him. Really sad news. The TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and Johnson City Police Department, according to WCYB TV in Bristol, Virginia, announced that he's been recovered from Boone Lake. His remains has, and they've been identified as Mark Nichols, Hobo Shoestring. This is very hard to make. We've watched him for, like I said, 3 or 4 years in my house. My father-in-law, my wife's dad, really loves him, loves his videos, and it's hard to do this video, but since I did one about him missing, I felt obligated to do this one about them finding him. He is located. There's no more search for him. His remains are located. He, like I said, it's hard to talk. I'm proud of the YouTube community of creators that come together and put the word out, because the TBI and the local news stations had asked people to put the word out, and I'm proud that they all got together, especially a channel I'd never heard of before till now, a Southern Rail fan. He spearheaded it, and he had organized a search for tomorrow of the lake shore, which he's called off now. And I have to mention this. On my video I put out about him, and on other videos I've watched about him missing, the comments was overwhelmingly good. People praying that he'd be found all right. But there was a few what I classify as inhuman comments. How people can be so cruel, I don't know. They've, like I said, it was just a few comments, but they were inhuman. Very cruel. He had a rough life, and he had problems in his life. You know, he probably wouldn't have ended up being a hobo and riding the rails if he had had a perfect life. But, you know, we've all had problems. And his, finally, you know, for whatever reason, he had left the hospital. He went to the emergency room that day and complained about sleep deprivation and hallucinating. And then apparently sometime in the night, he went out on his back patio and disappeared into the darkness. And that was the last, you know, of him we knew till this recovery of his remains. He did a lot of wonderful videos. It's hard for me to get my mind around that there will be no more Hobo Shoestring videos, no new ones. We've got his old ones to watch. And like I said, it's going to hurt my wife's dad really bad. He always enjoyed his videos. He'd talk afterwards about the stuff he learned from them, about how the railroads operates, and stuff and the hobo lifestyle. And we all learned a lot. I mean, he, kind of taught me on how to connect to your audience on YouTube, how to do videos, and how to be yourself and put that out there. And that's another thing I want to mention is there was a couple of his last videos, in the last, I guess, 4 or 5 he did, not the very last ones, where I could sense that he had anxiety and was stressed about he wasn't putting out as many videos as he had. He wasn't writing as much because of his health issues. He had health issues. He had physical health issues. He had psychological issues, obviously. And, we all need to be understanding about that because, there but for the grace of God go I. It is, you really need to watch the way you talk about other human beings. And like I was saying, I could sense anxiety in a couple of his videos that he wasn't, getting out the amount of videos he had got out, and he was disappointing his fans. And if you do YouTube, when you get used to putting videos out on a schedule and people get used to seeing them, you feel like you're disappointing the folks that watches your videos if you miss one or you miss a couple. If you get sick or something, you do have anxiety from that. I've had that. Everybody that does YouTube has had that, and I could tell it was bothering him. And I remember reading the comments, and there was other folks that picked up on that because they was telling him, don't worry, is we like to hear you tell stories as much as we like to see you ride. So I could tell other folks that picked up on that. I hope, that didn't contribute to whatever problems he was having that caused him to wander out into the darkness like that. Is all I can say that we will miss him. There's a whole community, the Shoestring Army, who will miss him and will never forget him. This is a real tragedy among the YouTube community and the creators. At the end of our videos, we always say bye. So at the end of this video, all I can say is Mark Nichols, Hobo Shoestring, thanks for the hours of entertainment, and thanks for the things you taught me about doing YouTube that I learned from watching your videos. And you're free to ride now. You don't got to worry about the real cops or catching out. You're free to ride like the wind. God rest your soul. Bye, Mark. Papa Coyote, was there something you wanted to say about Hobo Shoestring?
Yeah, I watched him when he plays his videos.
Yeah.
I watched him about every night.
Yep. You rode the rails?
Rode the rails right in there with him. He didn't know it.
He didn't know you was riding along with him,
yeah.
wasn't he? Yeah. Sometimes you'd go to sleep watching him.
Yeah, leave it on. Still hearing rails ringing.
Well, you got something you want to say to him?
Yeah, bye, Hobo. Miss you.